Understandable English Podcast.
Learn English the easy way.
I have done something terrible, Jessica, and at this point, I think the only logical solution is to change my name, sell my apartment, and move to a remote island where smartphones don't exist.
Wow. Okay. That is a very dramatic start, even for you. Welcome to the Understandable English Podcast, everyone. Let me guess, Brian, did you accidentally send a screenshot of a conversation back to the person you were talking about?
No, thank goodness. It's actually much worse because it's entirely my own fault. 12 days ago, my friend Marcus sent me a completely normal, friendly text message. It just said, "Hey man, how are you doing? Let's catch up soon."
Okay. That sounds like a lovely, stress-free message from a good friend. Let me guess the problem. You opened the message, you read it, and then you just completely forgot to text back?
Yes, exactly. I saw the notification on my phone screen while I was standing in line at the grocery store. My hands were full of bags. It was raining outside, and I thought to myself, okay, I'll reply when I get home and have some quiet time. But then I got home, put the groceries away, made dinner, and forgot about it.
Right, which is a very normal human mistake. It happens to everyone, but you said this happened 12 days ago. Why haven't you just typed a quick reply today saying, "Sorry for the delay, I've been busy"?
Because now the guilt snowball effect has taken over. On day 3, I realized I forgot, and I felt a little bad. On day 6, I felt like a horrible friend. By day 9, sending a simple message felt like defusing a bomb. Now it's day 12, and I feel like if I just write back normally, it will look like I don't care about our friendship at all. The pressure is driving me crazy.
Brian, you are completely overthinking this. It's a text message, not a legal contract. He probably hasn't even noticed the delay, or if he did, he just assumes you're living your life.
No, he definitely knows. It says read right under the message with the exact timestamp. He can see that I looked at his words and decided to choose silence. Every single night, I sit on my couch and create these massive mental drafts of what I should say. I write these long, complicated explanations in my head, but I never send them. I keep waiting for the right energy to reply, but the right energy never comes.
It sounds like you are trapped in a prison of your own creation. If you are listening to this episode right now, please tell us in the comments if you do this too. Do you leave people on read for days because you are waiting for the perfect moment to reply? Please write "I do this too" in the comments or leave a like because Brian is currently convinced he is the worst human being on the internet.
Please leave a comment because right now I am literally digital hiding. I haven't posted any photos on my social media accounts because I'm terrified Marcus will see that I have time to share pictures of my lunch, but I don't have time to text him back. It is exhausting.
You know, it's funny how we treat text messages like urgent emergencies now. I actually have a completely different approach to my phone. I have muted every single notification on my device except for phone calls from my family.
Wait, you muted all your notifications? Even your friends' messages? That sounds incredibly cold, Jessica. How do you even know if people want to talk to you?
I check my messages when I want to, not when my phone screams at me to do it. I like to reply in waves. I'll open the app maybe once or twice a day, usually in the evening when I am sitting on my balcony, and I'll just answer everyone at the same time. I treat text messages like old-school letters that can wait a few days.
But doesn't that make you feel guilty? If I don't reply immediately, I feel this heavy weight in my chest.
Not at all, because I don't see texting as a heavy obligation. For me, texting back instantly is actually the easiest way to avoid any drama. When I see a message during my designated checking time, I just text back instantly without thinking about it too much. I don't overanalyze the vocabulary or worry about the tone. I treat it like passing a sticky note in class. It's fast, it's simple, and then it's gone.
See, that is a superpower. My brain completely overcompensates. If someone writes a short message, I feel like I need to reply with a beautifully written essay to prove that I am a good person. If I just send a quick casual sentence, I worry that I sound angry or distant.
I used to have a friend in university who was exactly like you. Let's call her Sarah. Sarah was the absolute queen of digital hiding. She would get so overwhelmed by her unread messages that she would delete the messaging apps from her phone for an entire month just to escape the pressure.
Oh, I totally understand Sarah. She is my soulmate. That sounds incredibly comforting. Did she ever come back to the apps?
Yes, but every time she reinstalled the apps, she would have 50 unread messages waiting for her, which made her panic even more. It was a vicious cycle. She would text me from a random email address saying, "Hey, I'm not dead, I'm just overwhelmed by my inbox." It actually caused a lot of relationship friction between her and her boyfriend at the time because he thought she was ignoring him on purpose.
That is exactly what I'm afraid of. I don't want Marcus to think I'm ignoring him or that our friendship is fading. But the longer I wait, the harder it gets to break the silence. It's like a wall that gets taller every single day.
Do you know what the real problem is, Brian? We have allowed technology to create this unrealistic expectation of constant availability. Just because someone can send a message to your pocket in 2 seconds doesn't mean you owe them an immediate response. Your time and your mental peace belong to you.
That is a really nice way to look at it. But how do I actually break the cycle? I can't just leave Marcus on red forever. Eventually, I'm going to run into him at a coffee shop or a grocery store, and it's going to be the most awkward social interaction of my life.
You need to stop waiting for that magical, perfect energy. The perfect energy doesn't exist. You just need to send a message right now while we are sitting here without overthinking it. Just type whatever comes to your mind first.
Right now, like in the middle of our podcast recording? That feels very unprofessional, Jessica. This is a serious educational project for intermediate English learners.
It is highly educational to watch someone overcome their deep digital anxiety in real time. Go on, pull out your phone. I am going to watch you do it.
Okay. I am pulling out my phone. My hands are actually sweating a little bit. This is ridiculous. Okay, I am opening the conversation with Marcus. There it is. 12 days ago. The word read is staring at me like an accusation.
Don't look at the word read. Just type a short sentence. What is the absolute simplest thing you can say?
Hey Marcus, sorry for the delayed reply. My brain has been completely fried lately. How are things with you? How does that sound? Is fried too informal? Does it sound like a fake excuse?
It sounds perfect. It sounds like a real human being who was tired. Hit send before your brain starts creating more mental drafts.
Okay. I'm pressing the little blue arrow. And sent. It's gone. Oh my goodness, the physical relief is incredible. I feel like a giant weight has just been lifted off my shoulders.
See? The bomb didn't explode. The world didn't end. And look at your screen. Is he typing back?
Wait. Yes, the little gray dots are appearing. He's typing right now. Oh no, what if he's angry? What if he says, "Why did it take you 12 days to tell me your brain was fried?"
Just read it out loud when it arrives. Let's see his terrible, angry response.
Okay, the message just popped up. It says, "Haha, no worries, man. I totally get it. I've been super busy too. Let's grab a coffee this weekend."
Wow. Truly terrifying. He sounds absolutely furious with you, Brian. I can feel the pure hatred through the screen.
Shut up, Jessica. Okay, wow. He really didn't care at all. He was probably just living his life, not staring at his phone, wondering why Brian from the podcast hadn't replied to his casual message. I feel so silly.
It's a great reminder that we are rarely the main characters in other people's daily drama. Everyone is dealing with their own stress, their own routines, and their own unread messages.
That is very true. This whole experience has been a massive lesson in responsibility and communication for me. I think as we grow up, friendships change, and we have to learn to be more gentle with ourselves and with our friends regarding digital boundaries.
Absolutely. Having good habits with your technology is an essential part of modern life. If you don't control your phone will definitely control you.
Well, speaking of communication, this is the perfect moment for us to look at some of the awesome phrases we naturally used during our conversation today. We use some really fantastic, real-world English expressions that are super useful for everyday situations.
We certainly did. And since this is an educational podcast, let's reflect on what those phrases actually mean in conversational English so our listeners can practice using them.
Yes, for instance, when I was explaining my deep texting panic at the beginning of the episode, I told you that I completely forgot about the message, and then the guilt snowball effect took over.
The snowball effect is a brilliant phrase. Think about a tiny ball of snow rolling down a snowy hill. As it rolls, it collects more snow and gets bigger, faster, and more dangerous very quickly. In conversation, we use the snowball effect to describe a situation where a small problem or event quickly grows into a much larger, more serious issue.
Exactly. My tiny delay turned into a massive mountain of guilt. And because I felt so guilty, I told you that I was digital hiding from my friend.
To do some digital hiding, or to hide digitally. This means you intentionally stay away from social media, messaging apps, or online platforms because you want to avoid interacting with someone, or because you don't want people to see that you are active online. It's like turning off the lights in your house so people think you aren't home.
I was definitely pretending I wasn't home on the internet. But your approach is so different. You told me that you prefer to reply to your friends in waves.
Yes, to do something in waves. This means you don't do an activity continuously throughout the day. Instead, you do it in large amounts all at once, then you stop, and then you do it again later. For example, customers might come into a kitchen or a shop in waves. 20 people walk in at noon, then it's quiet for an hour, and then another 20 people walk in at 1 o'clock.
I love that image. It sounds much more organized than my chaotic style. When I finally opened the message today, I told you that my text was simple, but I worried my friend would think our friendship was fading.
To fade. We used this phrasal context before, but when a relationship or an interest fades, it means it slowly becomes weaker, less intense, and gradually disappears over time. It doesn't end with a big argument. It just slowly loses its strength until it's gone.
Thankfully, Marcus proved that our friendship isn't fading at all. And when I finally pressed that send button, I told you that the physical relief was incredible.
Relief is such a comforting word. It is that warm, happy feeling of relaxation you experience when a worry, a pain, or a stressful situation is suddenly gone. It's the feeling you get when you finally sit down after standing up for 8 hours, or when a scary situation ends safely. You just feel this huge wave of relief.
I am living in that wave of relief right now, Jessica. I feel like a brand new man. I am going to try your method of replying in waves from now on, and I am definitely going to stop letting the snowball effect ruin my week.
I will believe it when I see it, Brian. But for now, I am glad your phone anxiety has settled down.
Me too. Thank you so much for listening to the Understandable English podcast today, everyone. We hope you learned some great practical phrases for your everyday English communication.
Yes, thank you for spending this time with us. Remember to set some healthy boundaries with your devices this week, and don't feel guilty if you need to leave the digital world behind for a little while. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Goodbye.
See you guys next time. Bye. I really wanted to experience the relief of digital hiding today so I could reply to my emails in waves, but instead the snowball effect took over my brain, and now I am terrified that all my professional relationships are completely fading.
Brian, please just put the phone in a drawer and go for a walk.